Hey everybody, Dirili here. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of the Charming Empire. We are along Toki Tanba's route, and he has kidnapped us, although we're pretty much a willing kidnappee. Oh, also, before I get into this, if you would like to hear Kei Yoshimine's route, please visit Rob's Romantic Gaming channel, link in the description and in the cards. But for now, let's see how this kidnapping goes. You can just sit back, relax, and let me read you a story. Tanba and I are talking in the quiet hidden pathway.
That day I saw you at the palace, I told Amazaki about the state of the town and asked him for provisions. But those provisions haven't come yet.
Yeah, they ain't coming. Tanba looks frustrated. I can't prove him wrong since I was locked in my room after the fire. But that doesn't mean you have to overthrow him.
It's not just about the provisions. He let the tax collector come around town even after the fire. Those who couldn't pay had to give him everything they had.
Which is like nothing because all their stuff burned.
And now people are dying. I bet you don't know what it's like to die of starvation.
I don't know, what was my life in the country like? I can't believe it. I knew Soshi probably hadn't sent provisions, but I didn't know things were this bad. But a revolution will just cause more destruction.
Well, talking didn't help. All we can do now is get a new leader.
Tanba angrily grabs my wrist and trudges down the pathway again. You could just try talking nicely to me instead of grabbing me. Tanba, I can't go with you. You were planning to in the first place? Even though I try to resist now, Tanba doesn't loosen his grip. Please, let me go! I try to stand my ground by grabbing his fist with my other hand. Tanba's cold stare almost breaks my heart, but I stare right back.
I guess I have no choice.
Suddenly, he forces a cloth over my mouth. There's a sharp sting in my nose and I lose consciousness. Now it's an official kidnapping. My eyes are open, but everything's dark, and I can't tell where I am. I was on my way to see Tanba. Then I found him in the pathway and... Ow! Suddenly I feel a sharp pain in my head. When I try to suppress it, I find my hands and feet are tied up. There isn't a gag over my mouth, so I can call for help. Here goes nothing. I take a deep breath and I'm about to yell when... I hear the door open, and a bright light streams into the room.
Hey, bought you food. Those guys, I told them not to tie you up.
I hear him set something down before coming over to me. It's Tanba. He kneels down to undo my ropes. Tanba. I'm relieved to see him, but he's probably the one who brought me here in the first place. Tanba, please let me out of here. I try to sound as calm as I can, but Tanba just scowls.
I can't. I told you you're a hostage.
I'm a hostage. They're not going to instate me as the Empress. They're just using me as leverage. Okay. Kidnapping me won't do you any good.
What? Why not?
My brother won't do anything for me. It's hard to admit how insignificant I am to him.
Then I'll...
What?
No, forget it. You're still my hostage. I don't want you dying on me, so I'll give you food, but don't try anything funny.
What? Please, let me out! When I start begging, Tanba scratches his head in desperation. Oh, I love that picture! He pins me to the wall and whispers into my ear with a tone that sends chills down my spine.
Don't you get it? You've been kidnapped. If you complain like that to one of the rebels with a temper, who knows what they'll do?
Are you looking out for me? I can sense a kindness in his words.
No, you've got me all wrong.
I don't think I do. You love me, I know it. Tanba gives me a pitiful smile.
I didn't expect you to be Yamazaki's kid sister, but I knew you were a rich girl from the start. I thought I could get some money if I got close to you. That's the only reason I acted so nice.
All that time? What? No, you're lying. And so when he saw me in the car, he didn't know I was the princess. This comes as such a shock that my body goes numb. But we had so much fun. Was Tanba just after my money the whole time? He was using me from the very beginning.
But it was a sweeter deal than I expected. Who knew the palace had a hidden pathway?
Tanba tells me how he found out about the pathway by tailing me after I helped out in town.
I couldn't have done it without you. I even safely infiltrated the palace and got enough money to buy provisions.
You mean the burglar was...
That money was stolen from the town anyway, so it's fair and square.
I have to agree with him. Tanba interrupts as I try to make sense of things. Why would he do something like that? Tanba stands up and I hang my head in disbelief.
So you shouldn't trust me so much. You better hope your brother cares enough to want you back.
I gaze helplessly at Tanba's back as he leaves. Will you marry me if my brother abandons me? The ropes are gone, but I still can't escape. I don't even have the strength to try. I lean against the wall and look around. I couldn't see anything when I woke up, but now my eyes are used to the darkness. The room is lined with shelves. It's probably a warehouse. When will Tanba let me out of here? I whisper to myself all alone as the anxiety starts to set in. Just then, the door opens again.
Bought food.
This time it's not Tanba. I laugh at myself for feeling disappointed. No matter what Tanba says, I can't believe he's a bad person. But it makes me sad that he's trying to use me. I know the man who brings me food. So, you're a rebel too? He gives me a guilty smile.
Yeah, sorry for not telling you.
It's okay, I didn't tell you who I was either. When I look away, the man sets a bowl of miso soup and a rice ball in front of me. Is it okay to share food with me when you're so low? The man has a hearty laugh.
That's a good one. I've got to tell Tanba you said that.
Huh? What's so funny?
You're not exactly in the best situation either. You should worry about yourself before worrying about us. I'll bring you more food later.
The man takes away the plate Tanba bought earlier.
Sorry it's so dark in here. We have food, but we're low on lamps.
I call out to the man before he leaves. Wait!
What's wrong?
Can you ask Tanba to bring my next meal?
I don't know. He's really busy, you know.
The man gives me an apologetic look. I see.
Well, I'll let him know you want to see him.
The man leaves the room and locks the door behind him. I bet Tanba won't even care. The dark, lonely atmosphere makes me start to lose heart.
Sorry, it's me.
Oh, I couldn't get Tanba for the meal. The same man as last time apologizes as he comes in at the next mealtime. Don't apologize, thank you.
Sure.
Probably feeling awkward for not getting Tanba to come, he quickly turns to leave. But he stops before closing the door.
Don't blame the guy. He can't come by, but he's thinking about you. He's really busy being our leader, but he really... Oh, forget it.
Huh? I'm really happy if what the man says is true. It's like a tiny light brightens up my sadness.
Anyways, Tanba's a good guy.
Yeah, I know. The man seems happy to hear me say that. His cheerful grin is a stark contrast with his black uniform. After he closes the door, I start to think. The rebels are using me because I'm the princess. I bite my lip. It makes me sad that they're using me. But it makes me even sadder that I don't know what Tanba's thinking. Did he just spend time with me to be nice? Does he really just want to use me? All this thinking makes me so upset that I have to force myself to stop. My meal is still warm, so I take a bite. I get at least 5 meals after that, but Tanba still doesn't come. I wonder how much time has passed. Judging by how many meals I've gotten and how my body feels, it's probably been a few days. I guess Soshi doesn't care about me after all. The thought makes my tears well up, but I hold them back by squeezing my eyes shut. Suddenly the door opens, even though I just got food. I squint at the shape in the doorway. I can't see his face, but I can tell it's Tanba. Tanba? He doesn't answer, but I see him nod.
I'm getting you out of here.
What? Does that mean Soshi agreed to negotiate? Or... You're letting me go? You're letting me go? Tanba looks surprised for a second before giving me a smirk.
I'm not that nice.
But...
Your brother's not making his move, so we're switching to Plan B.
Plan B? I give him a questioning look.
It's not an amazing plan, but we're going to take over the palace and capture the High Prince ourselves.
The rebels plan to keep Soshi captive until he gives up his throne. That's a bad idea. Lots of people could get hurt.
Hurt, huh? You really don't get it. Whatever, we need you to lead the way.
Tanba explains that they still don't know the way around the inner palace, Finding the safe last time was just a stroke of luck. So those blueprints didn't help?
Ever since Amazaki came to the throne, poverty has gone through the roof. We've got to do something before things get worse.
I understand how you feel, but I can't betray my brother.
This isn't a request, it's an order.
Tanba grabs my arm and pulls me out the door. Stop! Let me go! No matter how much I fight back, I can't beat Tanba's strength. He practically drags me out the door. Why is he doing this? Tanba's normally such a good guy. I can't blame Tanba for wanting to act for the townspeople. But I don't want to be a tool anymore. My simmering feelings boil over in a scream. I don't want you to use me like this. Because I've never fallen in love before, but I always went to see Tanba. I selfishly wanted to think I'm as important to him as he is to me. There can only be one name for this warm, bittersweet feeling that's taking over my heart. Realizing my true feelings makes me feel a little better. I suddenly noticed the surprise on Tanba's face, and the fact that he's let go of my arm. Oh, my overwhelming emotions make me start to cry. Oh, sorry, this isn't... I quickly try to explain myself as I wipe away the tears, but Tanba looks away.
I don't blame you. Sorry for being violent. You can do what you want.
Tanba steps away and turns his back to me. Tanba... He says I can do what I want, but I don't want to leave him. I want us to be together. I just don't want to be used. I know it sounds selfish. I keep my hopes up as I call out to him. What are you going to do?
I'm going to the palace. I don't want you getting hurt, so you should find somewhere to hide.
Please, wait. My words came out with a raspy voice. Tanba doesn't even turn back.
No, I have a job to do. It's almost time. Go on and find a hiding spot.
With that, Tanba runs off. Run after him! I have to stop him. If the rebels try to invade the palace, people are going to get hurt. I doubt the rebels will get away with just a few scrapes. Should I just tell my brother the rebels' plan? No, that'll just get Tanba caught. I think about what I should do, my feelings, Tanba's feelings, and my brother. I need to stop Tanba. I set off purposefully after him. Tanba, wait! When I catch up to Tanba, I embrace him from behind and beg him to stop. Please, think about it. If you force your way into the palace, you could get hurt. And I don't want you hurting anyone either. Tanba quietly listens to my plea and sighs.
What? What kind of peaceful dream have you been living in?
Tanba's bitterness almost makes me lose heart, but I stand my ground. Sure, I'm naive, but I know how kind you really are, and you'll definitely regret this. I don't want you to do something you'll regret.
You're naive to a fault.
Tanba's voice sounds a bit gentler than before. He turns to me with an exasperated but kind look.
I'm the type of guy who'll do anything to fulfill a goal, but I'm happy you're worried about me.
He smiles and pulls me into his arms. Tanba. I close my eyes and feel my whole body sink into his warmth. Another lovely chapter with progress. His route's so much cuddlier than the other guys. This is great. So much more touching. So much more physical touching. Even if it's just hugs, you know. There's actual stuff happening between these two. Instead of just at the end. It's awesome. Wonder how Kagemitsu's gonna be. Alright, well, we've still got a couple chapters left with Tanba here. So hope to see you for that next one or in some of my other videos. And I'd be so grateful for any likes, comments, subscriptions, or shares with your friends to show some support. Thank you so much for joining me, and I wish you all health, happiness, and safety. Dirili signing out. Bye bye everybody.